Up next is UCF and head coach Josh Heupel. The Knights begin their season Thursday against UConn up in East Hartford, Connecticut. The game will be at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Will be televised on ESPNU. Coach, thanks so much for joining us on the call today. If you just take a minute to tell us how your preseason preparations have gone as you prepare for the season opener Thursday up at UConn.
I appreciate you having me on here. Really like what the players have done. They've bought into the changes that we've made here. Some of the changes that we've made in January. At the same time, we've tried to keep some consistency in some of the things to allow us to transition quickly and hopefully allow us to be successful in year one. Great kids that compete extremely hard. They've had a great training camp, been extremely physical, extremely competitive. At the same time, there's a great respect level on all three sides of the ball, including special teams, and we've gotten through training camp extremely healthy and ready to go play this Thursday night.
We'll take questions for Coach Heupel. Please star 1 on your telephone keypad. We'll put you in the queue. The operator will introduce you.
We will now take our first question from Howard Herman from Berkshire Eagle. Please go ahead. Your line is open.
Coach, how are you today? Wanted to ask you about one of your tight end prospects in Jake Hescock. It's a guy who sat out 2 years for a couple of red shirts. Is it hard to rein a kid like that in? And then could you just discuss his progress?
Not hard to rein him in. He's certainly excited about having an opportunity and go and competing. It's been a long time since he's been able to play on game day. He's done a great job in the weight room. He's gotten a lot stronger through the off season, and has really increased his skill level as well and his ability to do some things in space. So I like the way he's attacked training camp and should be a major part of what we're doing here.
Where will he sit in your depth chart right now, and how much playing time might you anticipate he get?
I really like what all of our tight ends have done. Kubliable came back, got a 6th year of eligibility here at the end of May, and so he rejoined our program, a tight end that played a lot of football for our program this past season. Again, the 6th year, I think, brought in a lot of maturity into that room. Jake is listed as the number 2, but he can line up and play anywhere, and really even the guys that are listed behind Jake, I really like what our tight ends have done. I think it's going to give us the ability to play in a lot of 12 personnel and be physical with inline tight ends and guys off of the ball, and be extremely multiple out of that personnel grouping.
Thanks very much.
We have further questions for Coach Heupel. Please star 1 on your telephone keypad.
We will now take our next question from Chris Day from NOLA.com. Please go ahead. Your line is open.
Hi, Coach. Just have kind of a general question about transfer quarterbacks. And what do you see as some of the primary reasons for the rise in the number of transfers at that position? And especially in recent years, it seems like there's an awful lot.
I think there's a number of factors. One, kids want to play, and at that position, there's typically only one guy that is playing. So kids, when they're not the guy, they're looking for a way to get on the field. I think too, sometimes with all the early commits, you end up some guys may end up taking the guy that doesn't necessarily fit what they're doing, and their skill set doesn't match what's really going on within the scheme that the program has in place as far as the skill sets that you're looking sometimes from your quarterback. So I think for a lot of those reasons, that's why you're seeing a lot of those kids transfer out. And I think you're seeing grad transfers because kids are mid-year enrolling. They're graduating. I think universities are doing a great job of pushing kids academically, keeping them on track. So you're seeing those mid-year kids graduate early and having an opportunity to go somewhere else and play.
If you can relate it back to your playing days at all and just kind of the transfer landscape and how it's different from how it was different then. It just didn't happen quite as much then, did it?
No, it really didn't. But you didn't see when I was playing, and really when I first got into coaching, there weren't many kids that graduated high school mid-semester and enrolled out of college in January either. And so, those kids are certainly a one semester and sometimes even another summer ahead, and so that's giving kids the opportunity to graduate early before they use that last year of eligibility. And some kids an opportunity within 3.5 years to graduate and go somewhere else. But I also think kids are at that position or transferring maybe more than ever, just looking for an opportunity to go play somewhere.
Thank you.
And we have any other questions for Coach Heupel, please? Again, *1 on your telephone keypad, if so. Coach, thanks so much for your time today. Look forward to hearing from you again next Monday.